So going into this, we've seen Tiffany and Cake today, but we haven't seen Wingshell and Pier on stream, correct?
Not at all. Wingshell and Pier have flown under the radar. I'm trying to pull up their bracket for the day because I think they've been in the losers bracket for a decent chunk of it. Yeah, they kind of started in the losers bracket, losing to Metro and Little Cat, and they've been making the run. Running Frenched and Coslicks during their spot here in the top 8 against Tiffany and Cake.
It's quite the run today. We'll see if they can hold up that stamina, that endurance as they move through the drastically longer loser side of the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, you essentially double the number of games you have to play from whatever point you get into the losers bracket.
Tiffany coming in with the Koji pick, Cake with the Bryn. Seen a lot of Bryn today, not a surprise at all. This is one of the only Volkovs that we've seen today. We saw Atrophius' Volkov earlier, but do we see any other than that?
Not to my recollection.
No, I think we saw one other Volkov, like in the very, very beginning. Not during our block, but during Foda and TWK's block.
I'm pulling a blank. But either way, it is interesting to see Pier on the Volkov, considering I think he was a little bit more known for his cannon.
It was Kaiser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Kaiser in contrast versus DB and Fiend. Kaiser was on the Volkov.
Ooh, Pierre didn't even get the wall touch, but Cake getting that team KO on that right side. Meanwhile, Wingshell trying to give his team that stock advantage, needs to connect with a hit. The side air will be it. The blue team with a slight lead.
Ooh, Pier over on the edge. Nice dare from Tiffany. You see her floating right next to the wall. That weapon spawn. Ooh, Wingshell able to get back both members of the red team. A weapon toss is going to come down. And finally, Tiffany is going to find the knockout dare that she was looking for that entire time.
Here, down to his final stock here. He's got the axe in hand, but every time he hits one of the red team members, the other one is there to punish, and this time he hits his teammate. Nice turnaround from Pierre. Didn't want to hit his teammate with it.
Ooh, Pierre's red. Gonna have to be very careful on his last stock. Wingshell is gonna put Tiffany on her last stock. Keeping the blue team in this, but just barely. D-Light recovery. Wingshell trying to go high, chase dodging up. Takes able to get away from it.
That stock. Pierre has to extend the stock. He cannot afford to fall here, but Tiffany is going to connect with the recovery. And now it's all left to Wingshell in the 1v2. The stock count is numerically even, but only for a moment, as Wingshell goes down to his final stock alongside everyone else.
Yeah, you saw Cake recover in the bottom side of the stage. He still had enough to get around the corner, but there was the immediate punish from Wingshell. Ooh, that was close. All right, Cake. All right, dude. Cake trying to win the mental game.
I'm surprised that's the playstyle he's going for, considering, again, Cake is not in the same region as, say, Tiffany or Wingshell. He's playing with a slight connection disadvantage, but it seems like he's doing well for himself as Wingshell connects with the side sig.
That's the thing. Even though, like, career-wise, Cake would be the highly favored player to win this, he's having to fight a very uphill battle.
The dodge out from Wingshell barely avoids the side light. The side sig reaches. And that down air might be enough. Ooh, Cake still touches.
See him finding the nairs. He tried to throw one out on the edge. Wingshell ended up winning priority out. Weapon toss. And toss down. Cake's able to grab the weapon spawn. Wing Shell not able to grab the gauntlets before they disappear. Cake wisely weapon starving.
Tries to punish the pickup.
You see Cake going for those downlights to follow up with the recovery, but it's going to be Wing Shell winning that 1v1. Cake did 635 damage. All the way from Sweden.
That was a really clean side stick from Wing Shell, too. He did the thing where he, like, slides up the corner, and just as he touched ground, threw out the side signature. Here we go. Game number 2. Wing Shell and Pier versus Tiffany and Cake. Yo, can Wing Shell and Pier do it? Can they make the long distance run through the loser's bracket?
It's possible. It's definitely possible. Sidelight coming out from Tiffany, just waiting.
Oh, snap. 2v1 combo.
And they ended up picking
Pier
Cake up towards the end.
Yeah. Some fantastic damage for this blue team.
Ooh, oh!
Active frames caught Tiffany. Lots of signatures coming out from Pier, and they are all connecting.
Recovery coming out from Tiffany just a little bit too far away. Saw Pier punished with the side air, unarmed. Tiffany is going to fall. That is a full wipe for Pier.
Here, utilizing that down signature, you can hold it to keep it active. And again, the follow-up. I think this is planned coming out from the blue team. The side signature forward, the neutral light coming out from Wing Shell with a follow-up from Pier. That's the second time they've done that.
Well, it's a very good signature. So finding something to follow up off of it, that's a fantastic idea because it's a signature you can use in neutral.
Oh, and a nice weapon toss. Tiffany going to get taken out by Pier. Pier with a complete reversal. He is currently dominating for the blue team.
Shut down. Nice weapon toss from Cake for the knockout. 4 stocks to 3.
Stopping the bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, blue team's looking so good right now.
Here again, going for these side signatures, not quite finding the connections. A nice side air from Wing Shell widens the gap between the two teams.
You're swapping over from the scythe onto the axe. The light side air coming up from Tiffany. A little bit of a counter punish coming out from Wing Shell. There's the recovery. Tiffany's going to have to be so careful on her final stock.
Oh, nice
good
interrupt from
interruption.
Wing Shell. Side signature connecting for Pier. The down air from Cake, and the down signature will get the stock. Both red team members incredibly hurt right now, though.
Ooh,
Nice ground
Tiffany.
pound.
Tiffany and Cake so much in the red. Picking up both of them. Only going to knock out Tiff.
I'm surprised you went with the forward on that one. All left to Cake. Nice punish from Cake. And hitting these side airs.
There's the strong downlight coming in. That stronger kick to knock Cake out.
Game number 2 going the way of Wing Shell and Pier, and the adjustment from Pier in play style was everything this blue team needed to get a much more confident win. As I saw Cake start to lock in the Becky Lynch, and I think we might see a swap coming out from this red team.
It is looking like it's going to be the Becky Lynch.
Well, what's Tiffany gonna do?
Yeah, what's Tiff? What's Tiff gonna do?
What do you think about this one?
maybe trying to just take a breather,
Ooh.
get some advice from Cake. It's going to be the Jala.
Okay, interesting. Maybe a Jala switch from Tiffany and a Becky Lynch for Cake going into game number 3. They know they're on their last legs here. If they lose this game, they are going to be knocked out of the bracket, going home with a nice 6th place finish. But of course, they want more.
Now, we have seen a resurgence of Nash picks.
Okay.
Also carrying over to Becky Lynch picks here recently. 3, 2,
Yeah, Nash is definitely starting to come back into the meta.
It's been like a few people who have always played Nash, and then like a handful of extra people like picking up Nash. So Nash still has that like dedicated community. Holy cow, man.
They almost got a reset onto Cake for more. Either way, that's still plenty of damage, which Tiffany on this low defense Jala cannot afford.
Yeah, if you're going to be putting all of that damage onto any one target, you want it to be Tiffany.
That recovery will do it at the top of this high ceiling map. It's that early start for this blue team.
Weapon toss going down. Just a little bit too tall to hit Cake. Tiffany coming in. Down
Tiffany.
Cake.
No.
Oh, you saw the immediate recovery that Tiffany threw out after hitting the down air. Probably wanted to make contact with Cake to not only give Tiffany the chase dodge to get back up, but to knock Cake upward. Oh, no. That is horrible for the red team.
Yeah, this is tragic. The blue team basically lapping both red team members. Still very healthy on their first stocks. Weapon toss Pier trying to help out Wing Shell. Unfortunately could not connect in time, but still Pier on that first stock. I'd say.
Man, the range on that signature is so good. All of those active frames picking up both members of the red team. That's not the first time that's happened.
Pier really showing the power of these Volkov SIGs. Again, throwing out these neutral signatures. Nice neutral light Pier. Still not going to fall. The down air should do it. Yep. Oh, a nice ground pound. Opportunity for the red team, but they couldn't connect.
Tiffany's got to be so careful. She's on her final stock. Cake coming in to relieve some of the pressure. The side signature from Wing Shell going to turn around, take out Cake, put him on his final stock. Meanwhile, blue team both with 2 stocks each.
Oh, the interrupt from Cake. Downlight recovery. Tiffany's still living, but just barely.
Wing Shell getting bounced around. Tiffany looking to in this second stock from Wing Shell.
She wants it.
The
Got
bottom
the recovery.
side ends up taking him out.
Tiffany really trying to extend this stock. You see how back she is playing. Trying to choose wisely when she's going to go in and out. Oh, no.
Nice usage. Gonna go up to the wall, go straight up. Able to hit Cake. Tiffany somehow lived for such a long time in very deep red.
Yeah, but just like that, she gets taken out, and it's going to be Pier and Wing Shell with 3 stocks versus the 1 of Cake.
Pier and Wing Shell
you can't
already up 2-0, and that's going to be Pier and Wing Shell taking the set, further moving on this loser's bracket run all the way through. Man, what a game.
They are playing incredibly well for themselves, but they're going to be going up against Sandstorm and Boomy soon.
Yep.
Fortunately, they have a breather to kind of communicate, decide what their game plan is going to be against Sandstorm and Boomy, as up next we've got Faison and Remy versus Pugsy and Dave.
That was the last EU player getting knocked out, the last non-North American region player overall getting knocked out. Unfortunately, not too far from expectation, just the nature of the